Hello everyone, myself Deepak, and today we'll discuss one of the powerful feature of Excel, which is pivot table. Now, you can say pivot table is used to show your huge amount of data in a summarized manner within a fraction of second. Okay, now you have this. Take an example. You have huge data in normal Excel table format. In this, now if I want to represent some informations in normal with the help of normal Excel table, it will not help me that much because I have information in this table in a raw format. If take an example, I need to check data based on salesperson one, that after the end of the month, how many total laptops was sold by salesperson one. Either what I need, I have a normal Excel table, so checking information for this is very time consuming. What either I have to go manually check one by one, or I have to cut, copy, paste this data in a such a manner so that all salesperson one data come one after another. Okay, and take an example. Now I need based on brand that all brands should be in same one after another row, irrespective of the salesperson. Now, if we are getting salesperson one data for Dell laptop, then next row it should be again Dell laptop for salesperson two. So again, cut, copying rows and placing in accurate way is very time consuming, and also there are chances of issues. You can manipulate the data, and also you can represent data in front of in this way to someone and doing each and every steps at that time. Fine. Now to overcome with this problem issue, here you can take help of pivot table. That's why we say that pivot table is used to show your data in a very summarized manner within fraction of a second. It doesn't matter whether the data is huge or small. Fine. Now, before creating a pivot table, you have to remember few things. Your table should have headings. Okay? Each and every column should have certain headings. Then there should be no blank rows in between of your data like this or like this. Any columns, fine. There should be no column, no blank columns, no blank rows. Also, your data is currently from here to here. There should be no total subtotal. Like if you're doing in this way, and here you have total of this. Okay, it will not work. So it should not be there. Your data should be in normal format like this, as of now. Fine, in this particular way. Then you can use and you can take help of pivot table. What you have to just do, click any of the cell of your table. Like I have clicked right now A1. You can select B3 also. It's your wish. Okay, now click on insert. Now Excel is so powerful that it also say that if you don't want to create your pivot table, I will help you and give some example of pivot table, and I will create a pivot table for you. If you want that, you can use this recommended pivot table. Click on this. Excel will show different types of formats. Okay. Now based on your requirement, say for example, I like this one. I click on this and click on OK. You get the pivot table. Fine. This doesn't matter. This doesn't says that you can't change or you can't add things. If you want brand to be displayed column wise, you just drag brands and put in under columns. Fine. If you don't want just you don't want salesperson, you remove this and put brands here. Get the information. Fine. Okay. Got it. Now let's create our own pivot table. So go to sheet 1, click, select any cell of your table, click on insert, click on pivot table. Now the range is automatically selected, but however you can double check by selecting the range once again. Click on this. I remove the previous range and then once again select my table. Okay, click here. Now it says that where you want to create your pivot table. I say existing. However, it is strongly recommended that use every time new pivot, new worksheet. But you can create an existing worksheet also. If you want, then just select on existing worksheet, click on location, click on the cell where you want, like K4 or K5, and click on OK. Your pivot table structure is ready. Now you can create your pivot table. But as I told, we will create in a new worksheet so that there will no chances of manipulating your data. And might, as of now, we have a very small data, but there might be chances you have very huge data. Click on anywhere of your table, click on insert, click on table. The table is already selected. Click on new worksheet and click on new worksheet already selected. I will keep it as new worksheet and click on OK. Now my pivot table structure is ready. I can create my pivot table. Now here you have the fields of your table, like columns, headings are here. Here you have four fields: filter, columns, rows, and values. Now I select salesperson name. Now as soon as I select salesperson name containing which kind of fields, which kind of values, text. That's why by default it goes under rows. If I click on brands, so brands are by default containing which kind of values, text. That's why it goes under brands. But this doesn't means that text, if any column having text, it will be only for rows. If you need brands to be under column heading, you can just drag it and put under columns. Fine. Now I click on total amount. As soon as click on total amount, because total amount is having numbers, values, amount was there. That's why it by default went into values. Fine. Clear. Now let's put brand back to rows and now put sales under values. Now you have seen one thing. For total amount, it is showing sum of total amount, and for sale person, it is showing counts. It automatically do based on the kind of values that column, or you can say that table heading has. Now in sale person, the values is of what type? Name of the sale persons. So sum will be not the result, will be not the solution. Of course, count will help you. So that's why automatically Excel take it count. However, if you want to change, you can change it. So you just have to click on this down arrow key, click on value field settings. You can say sum and you can click OK. However, it will be zero because you can't add text plus text. So once again, click on this arrow, down arrow key, click on field settings, and I say counts. You get the information. Fine. That there are total 10 salesperson who sold Dell laptops and 10 who sold HP. And now I will once again put salesperson here back. When I get this information this way, I drag brands under columns. I get information this way. Now I click on date checkbox. I get the information this way. See here years, then quarters, then months. If you want, you can make the changes. You don't need day, year, then quarter, then month. You just need years. So just right click on by selecting any year, go to groups, just select year, unselect all the things, just select years and click OK. You get the information only year wise. Fine. Got it? Now, if you want month wise also, just click on year again, click on group, click on months. Okay, now you get the information month wise also. Fine. Now let's make some changes in the existing worksheet. So I go in sheet 1. In the existing data, I made some changes like 5, 6, 7, 8. I made some changes. Now, what do you need? Have to create pivot table once again? No. What you have to do? Just click on pivot table area where your pivot table is, and you're seeing that as soon as you click on the pivot table area where your pivot table structure was there, you was able to see this pivot table analysis tab and this pivot table field. If you click outside, say for example here, these both are closed. Now you click on pivot table area where your pivot table is structure is there. You get this option pivot table analysis. Click on it. You have one refresh option. Now carefully see there will be some changes. Like in salesperson one, there will be some changes. As soon as I click on refresh, see the values get changed. Fine, got it. Now take an example. If new data was added after creating pivot table, create of new rows are added. Salesperson one, 4 Dell laptops. Salesperson two, 5 Dell laptops. Now new rows are added. Go back to your pivot table area. Click on your pivot table. You will able to see this pivot table analysis. Click on this. Now refresh will not work because now new rows are added. So what you have to do? You have to change your data source. Click on this change data source. Now either remove this manually and then once again by clicking here or click on this arrow and then select the table once again. Now this time I have also included those new rows. Click here and click on OK. See the if you have previously you have seen there is some different values here. Now the values are changed. Fine, got it. So if new rows are added, then you have to just and pivot table is already created. Just you have to click select the pivot table, click on here, and click on change data source, and once again select the data. Fine, including those new rows or columns. Now, if I put some information filters like salesperson, you will see the data in this particular format. Now I want only to see salesperson one data in this particular. I click on salesperson one and click on OK. I'm able to see for salesperson one. If I want to see for salesperson two, I click on this arrow, select salesperson two, OK. You are able to see salesperson two information. Now, if I want to see all information, then either I can say select all, or I can click here, select all, select multiple items. Then I need only for salesperson one and five. So I click on this. So all options are unchecked. Now I manually checked salesperson one, salesperson five, and OK. So you get this information. Fine, got it. If I need all, I click here. I say all. OK, you get this information. Fine. So I hope now you're clear about pivot table, how pivot table helps you, and how to create a pivot table. Also, just remember one thing: in these four fields, it is not mandatory that text values will come under rows or some numeric values will come under sums. It is not requirement. It is not mandatory. Sorry, you can place these fields as per your requirement. Like we have placed brands under columns, salesperson under filters, values may we have put total amount, and in rows we have showing date of sales. So it's basically on your requirement and how the data is looking to you. If it's meaningful you to you and you need and you're getting the desired information which you want, then it's okay. Fine. So that's all. If you like my video, please click on bell icon. Please subscribe my channel. Take care. Goodbye.